But if that's what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be, because that was a dry episode and I have nothing else to say. Okay? Okay. Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay and everyone is doing well. Guys, I'm going to try my best to crack a smile. Okay, crack a smile, crack a joke. I don't know, guys, that episode was so boring. You see my top actually says blah blah blah. That wasn't intentional, because I'm actually getting ready to go to bed the second this review is done. Guys, that episode was whack. It was actually whack from start to finish. It was actually whack, but we do daily reviews, so I'm going to definitely try and review it for you. So as I usually end, always say, number one, if you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe and definitely join the family if you haven't already. Also be sure to follow me on my Instagram and also my Twitter at SarahDestinyX. And number three, please get cozy and comfy with a hot Abina and some snacks. And let's try and get into something. All right, let's definitely try. So let us start off with Claudia. You guys know yesterday that Claudia was the new bombshell who entered the villa. I don't know why. She definitely gives me auntie vibes. I don't know. Maybe she's just so much more mature than everyone else, right? She's so mature. I believe she's 28. She's from Blackburn. Her dad is, apparently he won I'm a Celeb. I forgot the name, but he is a motorcycle racer or something like that in the UK. Good on her, definitely good on her. We do know every year they do try and give that link to someone that's famous, so I guess this is her famous debut, okay? Because I actually didn't know who she was, but yeah, nice addition to the villa, I guess. She's given lackluster for me personally right now. I don't know, I just feel like she's a bit bland. Of course, we can get into the results for the heart racing challenge. I'll quickly say the person and who raised their heart rate the most. A few surprising results, okay? Definitely a few surprising ones. Kai, his heart was most raised by Lana. Tom, Olivia. Let it stay there, because I'm not bringing that storyline back. Definitely not bringing that storyline back. Will, Jesse, Jordan, Ellie, Ron, Claudia. You know, the thing about Ron is, like, even when he's not even trying, his mind and his heart is somewhere else. But you guys know I don't stand Ron anymore, okay? Down to minus 3,000 points for me. Shaq's heart was most raised by Tanya, and Casey, Claudia as well. Jesse was most raised by Casey, Tanya, Tom, and Shaq was the one that read out the results for the guys, right? So you could have definitely seen, okay? I'm sure everyone and their mum could have definitely felt the energy change. The second Shaq said Tanya, and that her heart was most raised by Tom, who, by the way, guys, Tom actually delivered, and I said this in yesterday's review. I know I told you guys I'm definitely not on the Tom ship, but okay, but Tom delivered in his performance yesterday, okay? There's no ifs or buts about it. He definitely was giving us a little bit of white chocolate. But yeah, Shaq's whole demeanor changed completely when he did read out those results. Well, no one even has time for that one. The episode was so dry, I don't even care to drag him. Okay, I don't care to drag him. Sammy was most raised by Will. Ellie was most raised by Shaq. Very interesting. Olivia, Will as well, which is so interesting because Will does not exude sex appeal at all. Okay, maybe they were nervous. Okay, maybe they were nervous. Tanielle was most raised by Ron. Of course, the camera ended up panning to Olivia and she was like, when is it Olivia doing her face like that? Okay, with them fillers that do not what? That do not feel. Haha, okay. And let's move on to Lana. Hers was most raised by Casey. So of course we can move on to Casey speaking with Claudia. I'm very glad that Claudia is in the villa, because I do feel like Casey, as we did say in yesterday's review as well, was completely just disregarded. The way he was treated by Lana, I just feel like was completely wrong. So I'm glad that someone else is in the villa to just try and take his mind off the entire situation. But like I said, for me, I feel like Claudia is a bit lackluster. I don't know if I really need her in the villa. She doesn't give me much, okay? She really doesn't give me much. Of course, Lana and Ron were speaking, and he told her that when they had the conversation, when Claudia came and she sat with the guys to figure out, you know, what's going on with you guys in your couple, Ron was like, yeah, like my eyes are pretty set on Lana, da 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 da. I already told you guys, I don't care for Lana and Ron anymore. I don't care for no redemption arc. And let me even say something quickly, right? Someone commented on my video yesterday, like, oh, this hate that you have for Ron is so forced. It's not forced. I said what I said. Beat me. Okay, beat me. We're all entitled to our own opinion, and Ron for me doesn't give, so I'm not jumping on the Ron and Lana ship. I don't care when that ship takes off. I don't care who's on that ship, but for me, I'm waiting for the next recoupling and the next public vote so that they can go home. Okay, that's just me. Of course, it was bedtime, and Casey went over to the guys to let them know that he actually recognized her and that her dad was on I'm a Celeb, and her dad is, what's her dad's name again? something Fogati, I believe. I forgot the first name, but I guess that was nice. I mean, people now know who she is in the villa. And Tanya and Shaq, of course, never sleeping. Everyone, your pairs are sleeping. You people don't sleep at night time, just doing what they do. Okay, definitely doing what they do. Let's move on to the morning after. It was the Afrobeats for me. They were playing Aerostar Rush. Okay, I love that song. Shout out to Afrobeats, man. We've really we've really come a long way. Okay, we can briefly speak about the boys. The boys were speaking about the challenge and Claudia. Tom was saying that he really enjoyed it and was very glad that Claudia was in the villa because he is her type on paper. And Ron was saying, you know, I let her know that I'm stuck on Lana. We don't care. Okay, I'm here to tell you, we don't. If you like, go and print pictures of her and stick it around the entire villa. We don't care, Ron, anymore. You're done. You're done for. We actually don't care anymore. It's fine. Of course, the girls are speaking to Claudia and she said that she's looking for someone who can put her first and her type is blue eyes and long hair. They automatically put two and two together. I was just like, oh my gosh, is that Casey? Is that Casey? But like I said, Claudia for me, very lackluster babe, okay? That's just for me. Let me know. I know it's early days, right? Early days. But she just doesn't give for me personally, okay? Just have to be honest. Now, let's move on to Jordan and Tanyelle. Oh, guys, fine boy, empty minds. Okay, Jordan. Oh, the conversation. Are we 7? That's what that conversation gave me. It gave me 7. I think even my 7-year-old nieces and nephews and cousins will even give me more than that. The conversation was so flat, like, oh yeah, I'm an overthinker. Are you an overthinker? You shouldn't overthink. That's how you manifest the wrong things. Yeah, you're right. It was a very, very, very pointless conversation. I'm sorry, I could watch paint dry. Very, very, very boring. Tom and Claudia were also speaking as well, and he was saying that as well, you're my type on paper. I believe they're both from like North England as well. She's from Blackburn, he's from Yorkshire, I think, maybe, I don't know, but you know, they come from similar areas, they kind of speak the same, they have a lot in common, so very interesting to see if anything, I guess, blossoms from there, but I don't really care if anything is to blossom from there anyway. We can move on to Shaq, Tanyelle, Will and Jessie. They were asking her about Jordan and she said that she doesn't know how she feels about him, which is very interesting. I did feel like they had quite a good date, but if you remember correctly, when Jordan came back into the villa, didn't he say his top 3 were, was it Sammy, Ellie and Olivia? I think those were his top 3. Tanyelle wasn't even in that mix at all. So it's very interesting to either, number 1, they actually just don't have good chat between one another, or number 2, the producers just aren't showing us the right things, because from outside in, it looks like they're just forcing conversations here and there. Of course, Claudia ended up getting a text that it was time for her to go on a date and she decided to pick Casey and Tom. Guys, I switched off during this day. I mean, I was walking around, typing on my phone, scrolling through Twitter. Boring. Okay, lazy. Boring. Didn't really care too tough about those dates. Back at the villa, of course, Sammy was speaking to Jessie and she was letting Jessie know that Tom did tell her before going on the date that, you know, it's going to be fine, and gave her like a little kiss on the cheek and things like that. I don't care for Tom or Sammy at all. I don't care for so many couples in this villa. It's actually quite worrying. We're 3 weeks in and I really don't give 2 fine monkeys about majority of these couples. But yeah, I guess that was nice reassurance for her. A big contrast, because on the date, he's definitely looking into Claudia's soul, but you're telling Sammy, oh yeah, everything's going to be fine. So very interesting. I'm saying interesting, but it's not actually that interesting. Of course, let's move on to Shaq pulling Olivia for a chat. For me, I guess this was maybe the highlight of the show to let us know that Shaq, or Shakira even, okay, Renisha and Shakira, let them come and join each other. They're just chatty patties, okay? Guys who are chatty patties, it just isn't it. Of all people, why are you going to Olivia, number 1, to speak about Tanyelle's business of, oh, do you think Tanyelle's into Jordan? Are you speaking to Tanyelle or are you speaking to Jordan? Okay, you're speaking to neither of them, so why are you speaking about their business? So for me, it was just giving chatty patty again. I don't know if the producers try to orchestrate that, but you already know how Olivia already feels about Tanyelle, so why do you think she's the right person for you to go and speak to just regarding her situation? It just wasn't given for me, okay? I don't like chatty patties. And men who are chatty patties as well, worrying, okay? Very worrying. Let's move on to the night time. Of course, Shaq was speaking to Jordan and Tanya about his opinions with the whole Tanyelle situ. Gosh, guys, sorry, my tongue is getting twisted because I'm so bored and I want to go to bed. Anyway, Tanya did say that she feels like Tanyelle's one of her closest mates in the villa and she's definitely just a slow burner. But Shaq was also saying, like, listen, bro, if I was in a couple with someone and I can see that they don't like me too tough, I would expect you to do that and basically just tell me about that as well. So I think from Shaq's point of view, he's just like, listen, I'm your bro and I'm letting you know that there isn't anything there with Tanyelle, so don't waste your time. But Tanya was trying to defend Tanyelle to let him know that, no, it's not that she doesn't like you too tough, it's just that she's a slow burner. Jordan did say something along the lines of, like, you never know what's going to come next, i.e. Casa Amor, clearly, because they shouldn't bring another girl into the villa. It's lazy. We don't need any new bombshells. bombshells in the villa. Okay, we don't need any new additions to the villa right now. So I think maybe Jordan's just trying to hang on till Casa Amor comes. Until then, Tanyel and Ellie are going to be his filler girls in the process. We can move on to Sammy and Tom speaking about their date. He said that he missed her. She said the same. He was open with her, I guess, and did say that, you know, Claudia is my type, but yeah, I don't care. I'm sorry, it was just a bit boring. And then, of course, Casey and Claudia were talking about their date as well. I think if anything, Claudia is leaning more towards Casey, which I think is cute, but I just think she's a bit boring. I think that's why I don't really care about her too tough. We can move on to the girl speaking to Tanyel, asking about if she's really interested in Jordan. Once again, I don't know why everyone is getting so involved in this whole situation. Unless you're Tanyel or unless you're Jordan, no one needs to be having conversations with anyone else regarding this. She did say kind of, and then Olivia was like, kind of. You know, Olivia always picking out certain things to try and drag on and speak about anyway. I think they should let it be, okay? If Tanyel's going to be Jordan, she's going to be Jordan. If not, let everyone be brushing things under the carpet and let things go. I don't know why they're trying to make this such a big storyline that Tanyel may not like Jordan as much as Jordan may like her. I mean, it's really not that deep to me. Please let me know if you agree or disagree, but that's fine. Of course, Tom, and then, lastly, Tom, oh guys, I'm so sorry. I feel like I've been so lackluster this review, but that was such a boring episode. It was so boring. But of course, Tom ended up getting a text that the islanders should gather around the fire pit, and then we were informed that there will be a recoupling in which the boys are going to pick, and the girl that is not picked is going to be dumped from the villa. I believe Claudia is going to be exempt because she's the latest bombshell in the villa, but once again, a random recoupling in the middle of the week. I don't know why the producers are doing this. I don't see the need for this right now. Of course, we already know the obvious people who are going to recouple up with each other. We know Ron is going to get back with Lana, and I guess that's going to try and be their redemption arc, but I don't really care. And it's likely, very likely actually, that Tanyel may be going home. If Jordan decides not to pick her and he decides to go for Ellie, then that's literally it. And I really hope that's not the case. I do feel like Tanyel did deserve to find love in the villa, but if that's what it's going to be, then that's what it's going to be, because that was a dry episode and I have nothing else to say. Okay. Okay. So yeah, guys, we'd love to know what you also thought of that very dry episode. I keep saying dry because it was very dry, but I'd love to know, sorry, what you guys did actually think of that episode as well. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'm hoping tomorrow and Friday spice things up a bit because I'm getting bored. All right, I'm getting really bored, and I don't like being bored because I actually enjoy doing these reviews, but I'm getting bored, so it's a problem. But yeah, please let me know what you actually think of that episode down below. As always, have a lovely evening. Thank you for your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, I shall see you tomorrow, hopefully with a much more juicier episode. Okay, fingers crossed, much more juicy. But yeah, see you guys.